Hey yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Sunset Gospel. I just want to say a quick shout out to Kasey. I'm sure you've heard of Kasey before.
Yay!
She has appeared on my podcast at least
for
once
me.
or twice. Yay!
I deserve a
Yeah, how many do you want?
It's like a stamp card. You do every 10 episodes, you get one baby.
Oh shit. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just do one now. And then
I don't even know if I earned it yet. I don't know if I've done
I
like 10
don't know,
episodes.
man. We'll discuss this after the episode. How about that? Okay.
Claim my reward.
Yeah. Claim your, like you
Stamp
buy
card.
boba,
Yeah.
buy 10. What? Buy 10 free one.
Loyalty
Card.
guest of
Membership.
high. Yeah.
Yeah, membership. Okay, cool. That's a very good idea. Wait, no. Okay, before we jump into the episode, a quick shout out to Michael, aka Mikey Chat, who has suggested for us to record this episode. So yep, shout out to Mikey Chats. To everyone else, I hope, including Michael, I hope you had a lovely Easter weekend. I hope everyone's safe and well. And with that, very quick question though, what's your go-to boba order?
I feel like you asked me before. Not sure like as in real life or on podcast.
Yeah, but
Towel milk tea.
how many percent sugar?
Don't come to me like this, man.
No,
like,
no.
Just man, it's Easter holiday. Let me live a good life.
What? It's too personal?
Okay, 100% sugar.
No.
On a good day though.
So what happens on a bad day?
Okay, like sometimes I do 0% sugar. If
Zero.
the towel powder is already sweet, I'll sometimes like as in I go to the boba places,
Yeah.
like bubble tea places long enough, I'll be like, yeah, I kind of know, their powder or they put big sugar inside. I'll just like still sugar.
Yeah.
But usually the first time my go-to would definitely be 100% sugar.
Really?
TMI. I don't know why I'm
Okay.
telling people shit like this.
Can I ask you a few questions about boba?
Yeah.
Would you like to share like why the context as to why I want to ask you questions about boba?
So apparently Kasey used to work 2 different bubble tea places. So Kasey does know a bit here and there about making bubble tea and I really gatekeep that shit just.
Okay.
Yeah, I have like a whole ass like pyramid, like, top tier, shit tier. Okay, not shit tier, like not too good tier, like how good bubble tea places in
Yo.
Melbourne.
Okay. Do you think it's still up to date?
Actually no, unfortunately, I'll be honest with you.
When was the last time that it was revised?
Probably 1 or 2 years ago.
Dang. Okay.
I really just stopped drinking bubble tea for the last 2 years. I think yeah.
Okay. You wanna rank the few? Okay. How about rank the few top tiers for you?
Okay, I'm not gonna top tier. I don't remember, but like shout out my favorite one, Milksha. Definitely Milksha.
Milksha's your favorite?
Milksha? Yeah, Milksha is my favorite. And the main thing is like, don't tell me whatever the fuck like meal or tea, like it's the same shit. I'm telling you, same shit. At the end of the day, the big difference, pills, the so-called bubbles. They use the honey
Boba.
one. I don't think like other stores in Melbourne are doing it. Even I've seen similar one, like it's actually different. What they do is like the normal black bubbles or whatever pills you call that, like, but they
Yeah.
turn it into like the sugar you put or like brown sugar, they turn it into honey if they're not lying.
Oh.
But at least like when it comes to it's like clear, like light, slightly yellow, like really nice. I've
Yeah.
seen other places before they call it as well like white pills or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's not actually pills. The texture is so different.
Yeah.
Sometimes I even put mochi, like mini mochi or cycle and just call it white pills.
Yeah.
But to me it's like they're completely different.
Yep. Different products entirely.
Yeah,
right?
but I feel like milk shower is actually
Is it golden pearl?
yeah. I don't know why out of nowhere I started like that's my
Yeah. Potentially.
yeah.
But okay, so basically with like
song.
toppings, right? What's your go-to toppings? Do you have any?
Yeah, pills. That's all. I feel like I,
OG.
as like someone who used to work at bubble tea places, like multiple. Like I always don't understand people. Like I'm pretty sure you've seen them. Maybe nowadays the new type is not like that. But back then, like people always like get the most, like the one with most toppings, like 3-4 toppings.
Oh yeah.
That was like you basically eating it like just like 1 or 2. Probably they only have 1 or 2 tablespoon of milk tea.
Yep.
To me, it's just crazy. I was like, are you drinking or like just eating like dessert?
Yeah.
Like fair, I understand. Like some people that do have bubble tea as dessert, but at the same time, like, cause probably like I like the liquid part. So to me, it's just
Yeah,
crazy
okay.
when people like whole ass.
Obviously,
like,
to you, the main part is like the liquid.
Yeah,
The rest are like
Yeah.
literally what it's called, toppings.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Toppings are called toppings for a reason. They're not the main character. But that's why sometimes like just my personal preference. I feel like but it's a bit waste. Like when people be like just a little bit milk tea, it's like 3-4 toppings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only time that I've ordered more than 2 toppings was at one time at Gongcha because I was using, I think, Leven. And back then, Leven had like what, $10 this voucher or something like that. And I was just trying it out. I was like, you know what, fucking might as well just like go ham. So I went ham and I tried to spend $10 at one order. I was like, I've never done that in my
What
life.
the hell?
Yeah. So I ordered like large blah blah blah, this and that, customized this and everything, and I added like 2-3 toppings. It's like pearls, grass jelly, and those like
Pudding like
or whatever. I don't know what the hell I
coconut
put.
jelly.
I fucking hated the drink.
Too much, right? You feel like you're like
Fucking hated
eating
it.
something. You just
I was like,
like
I absolutely regret it. Like
Yeah.
even though I didn't spend money because it's $10 voucher,
Yeah.
I feel like fuck me, like I can't do it, man.
Yeah.
Even though it's free.
I was just like, no offense, but personally, like, I feel like if I appreciate my milk tea, I would like a bit more of that, not just like purely eating random chewy stuff.
Yeah, gatekeeper.
Well, you know, I have a preference. Who am I to judge? But I do know a bit better.
Yeah,
What's that
yeah.
mean? Like, I am a scientist myself. Like, whatever shit,
It's that Green
The
Goblin
Spider-Man.
guy.
Yeah.
What's his name? Shit, man. I forgot his name. I know, but it's that Green Goblin guy. But look, do you want to continue talking about boba? Or would you like to serve?
Serve my true purpose. My entire life, my life purpose just depends on like promoting.
This is the
bubble
end
tea.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm so out there too, cause like back then when I was still working at like boba places, like they didn't have like mashed like towel or shit. Like it's always like artificial. Like you know nowadays like when it comes to towel milk tea, there's 2 different types. It's like latte, like just milk, and then they add smashed like towel paste or like towel pieces inside.
Yeah.
I think now they prefer like it's natural.
It's
like,
natural. It's actual ingredients.
Yeah, but back then, like, when I was still working, like, it wasn't a thing yet. It's mainly just, like, towel powder.
Yeah. Powder
So
and shit.
I like
it's not even
both,
syrup.
but yeah. I've tried the syrup, the towel syrup one as well. It's actually pretty good. But that was,
Okay.
like, even more artificial.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like the whole bubble tea industry changed so much since then. Like, you can
Yeah.
see this day, like, they have, like, random soy milk, oatmeal, and the flavor is, like, all about, like, fresh. Like, they don't do fake ass, like you don't see chocolate milk tea as popular this day. They do more like red bean, like yeah.
You know, the first time that I encountered boba was
Encountered.
shut
Sounds
up.
like so Pokemon monster.
The first time I came across boba was during secondary school. Or, no, actually middle school. Towards the secondary school, but for Australian listeners, middle school. So essentially, there's this uncle in a mini lorry / van. I'm not too sure. But he essentially had like, I don't know, 24 boba flavors or 36. Fucking crazy. So it's like he has like containers everywhere. And he has like so many flavors, and I always go for champagne.
What?
I know.
Champagne bubble tea water?
Yeah, I had no idea what the fuck I was ordering. I had no idea what the hell champagne was. I thought like, you know why I chose champagne? Because it's fucking blue. I was like, fuck me.
Blue bubble tea.
Yeah, and
Hey.
like sky blue.
Oh my god. Do you
Yeah.
have any pictures?
No, I can search it up. I can show you right after the
show
podcast.
me. I want to see.
Yeah, so that's like the OG boba definition for me.
Yeah.
Basically, like an uncle where everything's powder. Like you can choose whatever flavor you want.
Yes, it's always
Mango, chocolate, I don't know, like whatever you can think of, to be honest.
Yeah.
From like fruity to like chocolatey and nutty
powder. Yeah.
to like I don't know.
Chocolate, even
Pandan.
Milo, pandan. Oh my god, I love pandan.
Yeah, but it's all really
pandan.
artificial though.
I would like it though, pandan bubble tea.
Yeah, and the colors are fucking crazy. And I think that's the reason initially
The
that was
kids
the
like
appeal.
it, yeah.
I thought that was the whole appeal.
Yeah.
And that's why I went for like champagne. And I don't even know what it tastes like. It just tastes like sweet, a little bit more complex vanilla flavor. You get what I mean? Speaking of
Did you hear
which,
that? Champagne but tastes like vanilla. Yay.
yeah, vanilla champagne.
Really kids, you know.
Legit.
I'm gonna try that whiskey flavor bubble tea. Do you know how whiskey tastes like? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give it a go.
yeah. I had no idea what. I think at the time I just knew champagne as obviously the drink that I see in here and there.
Yeah.
But other than that, I have absolutely no idea. I don't even know it's like comparable to wine.
Yeah.
I thought it's like, okay, champagne, haha. Pop the champagne. Yeah. LMFAO, shout out. Yeah, I'm from a different generation.
Okay.
But yeah, even the non-dairy creamer was powdered form. Obviously, it's creamer for a reason.
That's how they mix it. Like back then when I used to work, I would grab like it's the same creamer you use for like normal milk tea. But let's say if it's chocolate or tower, it's just chocolate powder or tower powder, then we mix it with the creamer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just one scoop and then water in, shake. There's no milk.
The shaking part is really fun though. It looks so
fun.
cool.
It's fun.
So initially I didn't understand why they had that 2 sections of the shaker or any shakers in general. Like for example, you know, when you open then you separate the ice. I was like, what's the point of you like pouring out the drink and then you put the ice later when you're gonna put the ice inside anyway?
There's got everywhere.
Because he put more than what's needed. If you just straight up put like just the ice and you like calculate enough for the cup, then you can just chuck it in, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
so you pour the milk tea. Usually you pour the milk tea first, because of course you want like the customer to have all the milk tea, right? Then if like the milk tea is already enough, then we put less ice. Otherwise it's gonna dilute down.
Yep, fair enough.
Yeah, so we can always throw away the extra ice.
So you give like maximum level of beverage.
Yeah,
and then
but
you
of
top up
course
the ice.
sometimes there's the other way. I put ice, it's still this big gap to the lid.
Okay.
Then usually we just mix it with tea. So you think that's why most of the time I tell people like they rather have like I feel like let's say like the ultimate flavor is like you can say the default is having ice, because you shake it with the ice. Because like usually, for example, like I don't know, I can't say it for everyone, but like some store like the one I work at, they have concentrated tea, so the tea is actually really strong. It's not like the tea you drink like tea bag from like Coast or Woolies.
Yeah.
And then you mix it with the creamer, so obviously it's like everything is kind of like concentrated, and the sugar. So like you use the ice to shake it, and the ice like is expected to melt during the process. So to dilute down the milk tea. So like let's say if you want like less ice, we put less ice, and then like so the actual milk tea comes out, the portion will be a bit smaller. I pour it into the jar, I add ice, then I dilute down even more with the tea. So it's not just less ice, the content is diluted. So let's say the milk tea might not be as much like as milk tea as creamy or the milk part.
So it's a bit more
because
like,
the powder and the tea ratio is different.
so basically there's more tea than everything else.
Yeah.
Fuck. So it's basically diluted version of whatever that you order.
It's not like the same like ratio of milk tea, you just take out the ice. It's not like that. Like if you take out the ice, it's diluted with more tea.
Imagine
If that
someone's
makes sense.
argument. No, it completely makes sense. But I'm just thinking like, what if someone's argument like, yeah, I'm cool with that because I get more value for my money. I get more tea. I get less ice. So technically you get the most amount of beverage.
But it makes sense though. I can't argue
Does that
for
make
that.
sense?
It's just for flavor. I feel like it's always better. Like, yeah.
Yeah, like basically like slightly lower amount, but the flavor is the most optimum. Because
The
it's the most
ultimate
flavorful.
flavor, yeah. Even with the ice.
That's fair enough. I feel like to me, when it comes to like drinking milk tea out there, I don't know, is it so hit and miss sometimes? Like, okay, let's just talk about classic milk tea. I was spazzing. Let's just talk about specifically milk tea, right?
Yeah.
I feel like some places the milk tea, they're not fragrant at all.
Yeah.
It just tastes like, what the fuck is this?
Because you
This is
think
like
about it,
Lipton.
like, why would they pay so much for the tea? That's why I feel like sometimes I would rather go to like a franchise big like bubble tea chain, because like they will have a specific tea, you know. They want to like, for example, like it's a big company. People gonna Google what the fuck, like let's say Gongcha, what tea you use. They gonna at least introduce out there some nice bougie ass tea, you know, oolong or whatever shit. So they're not gonna buy the shit one. I feel like maybe not the best, but it's not gonna be shit one. At least so far, those I try and those I work at. But the small one, cause like it's small anyway. Why would I pay so much for proper tea leaves?
Yeah.
Who knows? Let's say it's like self-owned. I'll get it from Asian grocer, man. Don't expect shit from me. All the guys that loose tea leaf like the $3 per kilo. I just woo, you know.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah. It's like 2 franchise that I used to work at. Like they got their property like from China or Taiwan, whatever shit.
Man, I just feel so scammed whenever like someone uses generic ST that you can make at home. You get what I mean? Like, man, that's not boba.
Imagine that. Okay, can I have bubble tea? I was like, okay, just a second. They should pour like Neptune black tea and just like normal milk. And imagine I just like the boiling boba, the instant one. That was like, here you go, your bubble tea.
Fucking English breakfast.
Yeah.
Just dip it in Earl Grey.
Yeah.
Take it and go.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Imagine. I myself. Oh no, beep. I'd rather beep. Can we do that? Sorry. I'm trying my best.
So we had to cut that part out because someone wasn't being too children friendly. Wait, fuck, that sounds
that
so
sounds
sus.
so- I
No,
can't say
that's not
that.
what I meant. As in, you say things that
Inappropriate
in a general context.
Yeah, not sexual.
No, not at all, not
to
at all,
do
not at all.
that.
No, 100%.
Oh my god, look at us. No.
Jesus Christ, man, we're not that type of people.
But I can share a funny story about me.
Go.
You know how like, I said so many times, I fucking hate people who be like, ooh, I drink bubble tea, I'm different, like I have like 30% sugar, I have a customized bubble tea order. And the thing is like a personality trait. And some girl is like, okay, no, girls don't attack girls. It's okay.
No, go for it.
Me quick
Just make it
self-check.
general. Like, just people in general.
Okay.
You know
Let's
what I
not
mean?
say
It's
girls.
not-
It happened a bit more because I have more female friends, so it's likely for me to have female friends saying that.
Precisely,
That's the
yeah.
context. Anyway, so I fucking hate it when people they think like drinking bubble tea is regular is a fucking personality trait. First, you live in Melbourne. It's every fucking way. Everyone drinks fucking bubble tea. You're not special. That's so annoying. And like I really gatekeep that shit. It's like I don't know, I can keep everything. Like when you know when people be like, yeah, I drink a lot of bubble tea. I'm crazy. I drink it weekly. Like shut the fuck up for someone who used to work at bubble tea place. Like it's really not cool.
Yeah.
So my time to share my story is that
Go for it.
I felt I have the right to gatekeep that shit. It's like because I used to once at a point like low key, high key obsessed with bubble tea that my baseline I was like borderline diabetic.
Jesus, man.
So it happened because I used to work at this like bubble tea place, and what happened is like obviously it's so busy. Like yeah, you do have like 30 minutes to eat lunch, but usually you wouldn't have, let's say if it's busy, you probably have 15 minutes, or like you're eating while helping people, so you can never have a proper lunch. So for me, it's like I usually probably just eat bread, but like I'll just like drink bubble tea throughout the shift. Let's say if it's like 6-hour shift, I'll be drinking bubble tea non-stop, like, or 8-hour shift, like, for, like, 6-8 hours. Guess how many cups I'll get?
How many?
At least 2 or 3.
Fuck, man.
Yeah. And a
Do you
normal...
put sugar in those cups?
That's a good question. I don't think you should be, but I did. I wasn't thinking much. It's like other people, they were probably, like, a bit concerned, you know, I should be drinking bubble tea as much. Sometimes, like... Some other stuff they'd be like, let's say aloe vera, Yakult lemon, like relatively better. But for me, Kasey Low, I was like 17 or 18 years old. Of course, what I did, towel milk tea, full sugar, less ice, because my dumb ass like add less ice with what's the name, like the cream foam, like that's the
cheese foam.
worst. Yeah, cheese foam, like. I pick all the worst options. Sometimes I add pills like extra shit like that. Like imagine I drink that like minimum, because of course I get thirsty, right? And but I work at a bubble tea shop. Why would I drink like normal water? Of course I'll be making myself drink.
Yeah.
So I end up drinking like at least 2-3 shifts, like, which is fair. Like imagine 1 bubble tea per 2 hours.
Yeah.
At least you'll be drinking 2-3 bubble tea. And let's say back then as a part-time student working part-time, I probably work like 3 days a week.
Yeah.
So I drink like 9 cups of boba a week. If you break it down like that.
Damn. That's a lot.
And you have to count the day that like the day I don't work, I will buy like I get bubble tea from other store. apart from the store I work at, I get bubble tea from other store.
Yeah.
So at that point, I worked for like probably half a year, and then I went back to Hong Kong to get a body check. So basically, all the numbers like, you know, you need to start doing that and shit. You know, otherwise next time we're gonna start checking and gonna like get you medication and shit. So it's like, oh shit. So basically, my mom had a read of my report and say I'm borderline diabetic. If I didn't cut down my diet, I'm gonna like start taking medication. Yeah.
Dang.
So I really gatekeep that shit.
Okay.
So like anyone be
so
like,
it's not cool.
yeah, like everyone be like, oh, I'm crazy. You know, I drink bubble tea twice a week. Like, shut the fuck up. You're nothing comparing to me. I really gatekeep that shit, and I had the right to gatekeep that shit because I
the
fuck
work
up,
experience.
I fuck up my own health. Just give me the right. Just let me fucking own it. That's my brand. Used to. That's not my brand, but like, yeah.
Fair. Well,
I'm so sorry. I don't know why I got so aggressive about it.
No,
I
no,
actually
no,
talk
no.
like that in real life.
yeah.
Just, you know.
No. You're not. I can vouch for that.
I'm not a very smart person. That's like the only shit I can get.
Do you think you gatekeep coffee? Because I feel like bartenders do that. No, fuck me. Baristas.
Barista. Yeah, of course, man.
I feel like baristas gatekeep coffee like fuck. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you think sometimes or all the time?
I mean, personally, I dated 2 baristas before, and they all the same shit. The first day, they just gotta pull out that whole like circle palette whatever shit like,
Yeah.
oh yum, like the coffee, like you probably can't taste it, but I can taste it because I'm a barista. And then like,
Yeah.
it's the palette, and then like, yeah, of course for shit, I don't understand what the fuck they're saying. The
Yeah,
milk
yeah.
forever. Then they're gonna like, it's there like they like all the baristas they pull the same shit, the same chart, like the color palette
Yeah,
shit.
I know.
According to me, I was like, okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'd really like to have chats with welcoming baristas. But the moment a barista is like condescending, or the barista
Yeah.
thinks she or he is better than others because she knows or he knows coffee, it's like, man, can you like relax a bit?
Yeah.
It's like, are you flexing what you can taste? Isn't that really strange?
Yeah, and like let's say if
You think you're better because you can taste a bit more?
Actually, that
because
sounds better. To be honest.
That's your job, to taste a bit
Actually,
more.
that's true.
That's like, imagine a psychotherapist or a counselor going out there being condescending to other people because they know how to practice active listening a bit more. Like, okay, yes, that's literally what you studied. Of course you're going to be better at it.
Actually, that's true.
Like, what the fuck? You did spend the time, man. It's like, you know what I mean?
So when they hate it when I say old people or like aunties, granny, they have to put sugar. Yeah. Or like, for example, milk, they'll like extra hot soy milk.
Yeah. Speaking of which, man, there was one barista.
Haven't we shared this before?
I don't think so.
Okay, actually, yeah.
You think so?
Go for it.
I don't think so. I think we talked about it before, but we've never shared.
Like actually describe the event.
Yeah. So there was this day, shout out to that barista though, first of all, who changed my life forever. I ordered a typical large soy flat white, and I used to have the habit of ordering extra hot, especially during winter,
Yeah.
just because I really like to drink my coffee warmer for longer.
Yeah.
Like for me, like I've already shared this before, 100%. Like
Yeah.
why? Go check out, that episode where I shared why I order extra hot coffee and relationship PTSD. Go check it out. Yes, going back to the topic. So essentially, I ordered the usual large soy flat white extra hot, and I think the barista was like looking at me and like, extra hot?
Like, you sure?
Yeah, and I'm like, in a very open way, I'm like, yeah, if that works. Like, I genuinely have no idea. Like, fuck, man, like, what do you think I study coffee for, like, my entire life? Fucking drinking coffee, man, just relax. But on a serious note, I think he was being a bit...
Yeah.
It's just, like, the tone was a bit off.
He looked offended. Like,
He looked very
like,
offended, yeah. And I think after I was like, yeah, and then he had the really, like, disgusted look.
Yeah.
Like, man, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And then he just completely fucked my entire coffee up. Like when he served me the large soy flat white, it wasn't even like in liquid form. It was borderline pudding.
Oh, it was, I don't know what he did, but the color was so off because I ordered all flat white.
Yeah.
The color is completely different. Like do you get this soy flat white sometimes a bit darker here and there, but that one is like dark brown. Like, I don't know, I thought you ordered mocha or whatever.
Yeah, and not just like the color, the entire texture was just foamed up to the point it's like I wasn't drinking, I was eating foam.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, what the fuck? I ordered extra hot before, but I've never seen anyone like fuck up this bad.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? It's like, but shout out to him. That ever since then I just ordered normal. But the thing is that I realized that once I started ordering like normal temperature, I realized that most cafes actually serve at the temperature that I do like,
Yeah.
which is slightly above the temperature that the cafe was serving when I was working a few years ago. So I realized that fuck me, man, it's really not. I like coffee at a higher temperature than average, but it's just I like coffee than a higher temperature than average. Hey,
What did you excuse me?
I like coffee at a higher temperature than the cafe that I was working at, because they fucking served coffee at a temperature that was lower than most cafes.
So it was just that cafe.
Yeah, but because I worked there before,
The impression.
yeah, and then I was exposed to it for so long, I thought that was the norm. Yeah, so very interesting realization. But yeah, I feel like coffee always interests me. I find coffee very interesting, like, you know, to learn more about it here and there. Shout out William, I feel like we drink coffee quite a bit here and there as well. And we sort of like learn about it together. And yeah, I just feel like it's something interesting to me, but I'm never gonna like go to the level of like exact details and shit. You get what I mean? Do you think you'll be like really intense? I feel like I definitely know that, you know, our goal is to get a coffee machine in the future and to get more coffee equipments, and so far we've been exploring with like so many different coffee beans and soy milk or oat milk. But the thing is that I feel like I'll never go to the extent of like not having it being like experimental and for fun still, to the point where it becomes like, no, I need to find like the most precise and everything, to the point where it sort of like becomes like a second job.
Yeah. I like coffee, but not to that extent, man.
I like to play with coffee. Like,
I like to drink it nice. You can play, I can drink.
okay, sounds like a very good deal. As long as you drink it, I don't waste it.
Actually, yeah.
For me, to the point is like soy flat white pudding.
I mean, you get caffeine all the time. Like, my tolerance high, so I can drink like 4 cups a day.
Yeah, man, fucking crazy. I drink like one large soy flat white and I'm
Today,
like hypertension.
Even your eyes look bigger.
For real?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like cat, you know, when their eyes just say beep, 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 like the black part.
Yeah. But yeah, look, I'm actually a bit hungry right now, so I'm just gonna cut the episode short. No idea how long we recorded. You know, honestly, you can tell me it's 5 minutes or 1 hour, I'll believe you. Completely lost the concept of time at the moment. But yeah, look, just want to say thank you for listening to this special episode. I'm gonna publish it under the series The Sunset Gospel, because of the fact that there's background music at the back, and yeah, experimental podcast,
Post
blah, 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 blah,
sunset.
blah, everything. Huh?
Post sunset. It's already an hour after
Yeah,
sunset.
it is, yeah.
But yeah, it's
Why you're
okay.
exposing
At
when
least
we
how
record,
we
man.
first started,
Before
it was
dinner.
around sunset.
Yeah, fair enough. But for me, the Sunset Gospel is like, it's a project. It's very experimental, which I will probably share in another episode. I'm not gonna drag this too long, but yes, just want to say, you know, enjoy your year, have a lovely life.
While you're here.
Thank you for listening. And before that, Kasey, any final words? Any word of advice?
Maybe, you know, it's always good to lower your sugar when you drink bubble tea.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's okay, like, I don't recommend lower, like, the ice, but, like, sugar is fine.
Yeah.
And no point ordering 70%. It's never 70%. They just jump, like. But, man, I don't know, my brain can't, I don't want to explain the maths.
No, fair enough. I think, like, speaking of sugar, like my something that I just feel like sharing is so basically with sugar, personally to me, I know that is objectively unhealthy. If you can suss out, go try out date syrup, which is made entirely from dates, which is like natural sugar or whatever. Look, do your own research. I know I've watched a few videos here and there, listened to a few podcasts here and there, read a few articles here and there about why date syrup is a better alternative than sugar. If you need sugar in the first place, I feel like my tolerance for sugar has been completely shot to the ground, in all honesty. Like, something that's mildly sweet, I'm like, oh, it's way too sweet for me. Like, less sweet is always like sweet to me. Anyhow, go suss out date syrup, do your own research. Thank you for listening. Stay high, stay low, stay hydrated. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Oh, pee. Oh, pee. I've been wanting to pee for so long.
Go, man. Jesus. Ya Allah.
So hard.
I'm fucked, man. Way too high for this episode. Fuck me.
Don't fuck up my laptop. I'm doing it. Stop.
Fuck, man. I'm so